Hello and welcome back to Mark's House and Garden. This patch of earth here, just at the front of the cottage next to my gate, is going to be the site of my new arid desert garden. If you've been following my channel, you'll know I've got three big projects on the go this spring. The first is my garage conversion. I'm converting my double garage into a luxury annex and I'm sharing that journey with you. I've also got my Jurassic jungle garden, which will be based around my wildlife pond, and this is the third project, and they'll all be running simultaneously together, and in actual fact they will feed each other, because the earth and the turf from this bed is going to be contributed to the mounds which I'll need in the Jurassic jungle garden. So the reason I've chosen this site here is because although my garden is relatively flat, this is the highest point of my garden, so any rainwater will naturally run off. About a foot below the ground here I have pure sand, so have great drainage anyway, and I know that drainage and dryness is one of the attributes of an arid desert garden. Now, I'm not an expert on arid desert gardens, so I'm going to have to go away and do some research, and I know a couple of people already who do have a specialty in arid desert gardens, so we'll be consulting with them. But if you've got any ideas on what the main features of an arid desert garden are, then please do drop them in the comments box below this video and I will adopt them. My first thoughts are that I will have to scrape off the turf, so I'm going to dig about a foot away of soil and grass, and that will be taken to the far corner of my garden that will form those mounds that I've already mentioned around my Jurassic jungle garden. These Trachycarpus are not going to stay here. They are kind of dry weather type plants, but I'm going to relocate those to give me some height in the Jurassic jungle garden. So this will be a flat, level bed. Then I'll probably need to order a couple of tons of grit and dig that into the soil, and that will give me even more drainage. And then I'll have to start planting into it. Now, this is also the sunniest part of my garden. The sun comes up behind the camera over there, it goes overhead and it sets way over there in the distance. So this part of my garden gets the most exposure to sun. However, it also gets quite a lot of exposure to wind. We have a prevailing wind that comes in this direction, so I might need to do something here in terms of shelter. I've already started collecting some plants. I've got a couple of agarves down here, and I'm aware that a lot of the arid desert plants will tolerate our cold winters, but they will not tolerate our wet. So I might need to do something about building individual cloches to cover up those plants for the winter time, but that's for another video. So those are my initial thoughts about creating this arid desert border, and of course I would value your contributions as well. Let me just give you an idea of the scale of this thing. From here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters. It's roughly a triangle. We've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters in this direction, and 1, 2, 3, 4 meters. So quite a nice big piece of earth actually. I would imagine I'll be able to put some nice specimen arid desert plants in, possibly some grasses and some rocks and some grit. So that's my first thought. My next video in this series will be presenting my research, all the features and the main attributes of an arid desert bed, and by then I will also have dug all the soil out and remove those 3 Trachycarpus fortunei. Hope you've enjoyed that. Again, do contribute. I'm always open to suggestions and ideas and thoughts. I'm no expert. I'm learning on the job, and I'm quite happy to learn from you. I'll see you soon for some more arid desert garden adventures. Bye for now.